When the pressure is on and deadlines are tightening, your instincts scream at you to act immediately. But reacting blindly to a high-stress situation often makes the crisis worse. Before we go any further, grab a pen and a piece of paper. Right now, write down one specific pending decision you are actively struggling to make. Keep it right in front of you. We are going to evaluate that decision using a historical framework. 1 Samuel chapter 13 provides an exacting masterclass on the disastrous results of acting on semen ambition without divine guidance. By the end of this video, you will use this text to build a 3-point discernment filter. We are going to test your decision to ensure your next move is driven by clear command rather than anxious ambition. Let's start building. Draw a vertical line down your paper. On the left side, write advantage, and on the right side, write limitation. We have to establish the baseline power dynamics. In 1 Samuel 13, the Israelites faced an asymmetric threat. The Philistines maintained overwhelming dominance by holding a strict monopoly on iron forging technology. The Israelites were out-leveraged before the fight even began. Looking at this high-tech manufacturing floor, we see the modern equivalent. Today's power imbalances happen through control of critical global supply chains, like microchips and rare earth metals. If a competitor controls the technology, they control the field. This scale of global logistics shows the same asymmetry. Large organizations use the massive scale of international trade and energy control to build leverage and outmaneuver smaller competitors. You need to map out your own limitations against your competitors' advantages. Ask yourself if your urge to make this decision is actually a fearful reaction to feeling out-leveraged. Underneath your chart, write our first test. Filter 1. Convenience versus command. In verse 3, Jonathan takes 1,000 men and attacks the Philistine garrison at Geba. The text notes the location specifically. Geba sat right next to Gibeah. Without a specific command, tactical proximity looks like an open invitation to act. This is the failure point. The attack was a rogue act of zeal. Jonathan acted without explicit instruction from his father or from God. There is a common trap in leadership, assuming that having the resources, the manpower, and an open door means you have a mandate to act. Power and opportunity do not equal instruction. Convenience is often a trap. An easy, accessible path should never be taken unless you have clear, divine instruction validating the move. Next, write down Filter 2, Fact versus Fiction. Look at your pending decision and aggressively cross out any driving factors that are based on assumptions. During a crisis, a leader's mind is flooded with unverified rumors, panic, and noise. Navigating that chaos demands clarity, not reaction. Saul fell victim to this noise in verses 3 and 4. He mobilized the entire nation of Israel based almost entirely on hearsay, specifically hearing rumors that the Philistines despised them. He went to war over a mood. Look at how this tactical room operates. Strategic planning requires strict, verifiable intelligence. You evaluate hard data on the monitors in front of you, entirely separated from gut feelings or hearsay. True spiritual discernment requires you to filter out the noise of anxiety and rumors. Ground your next move strictly in undeniable facts. Finally, write down our last test. Filter 3, Obedience over Optics. Verses 8 through 14 details Saul's absolute breaking point. His troops were actively scattering, the prophet Samuel was late, the timeline was expiring, and the king panicked. To stop the desertion and save face with his remaining army, Saul bypassed God's direct command and offered the burnt sacrifice himself. Impatience creates a devastating psychological trap. When the clock is ticking, leaders often compromise their foundational principles just to maintain the outward appearance of control. Saul's reign broke here. Prioritizing the immediate optics of leadership over strict obedience to a divine timeline always results in a permanent loss of authority. Look down at the paper in front of you. You have successfully built a complete 3-point discernment filter. Running your decisions through these 3 specific tests forces a chaotic situation into a structured framework, separating your personal ambition from external instructions. I want to challenge you on the decision you wrote down. If your urge to act is driven by convenience, fueled by rumors, or rushed by the need to look in control, stop. You must wait. This text provides an operational standard for leadership. 1 Samuel 13 serves as the structural foundation for effective decision-making under pressure. By utilizing this filter, you stop reacting out of blind human ambition. You move forward with the precise clarity of divine instruction.